Vault of Past Secrets and Mysteries. 10 Mysterious Buildings in New York City with Dark Histories. New York City, the city that never sleeps. But behind the glittering skyline, shadows remain. Towers whisper with forgotten crimes, apartments hide restless spirits, and walls hold secrets never meant to be revealed. Tonight, we'll uncover 10 mysterious buildings in New York with dark histories. Watch closely, because the next time you walk by, you may never see them the same way again. Number 1. Lefferts Laidlaw House, Clinton Avenue, Brooklyn. Tucked away on a quiet Brooklyn street stands the Lefferts Laidlaw House, a Greek revival home with charm on the outside, yet a reputation for terror within. For decades, neighbors reported relentless knocking on doors and windows, but when they checked, no one was there. Families fled in the night, unable to explain the noises, the shadows, the eerie presence that lingered in the halls. Even psychics who visited spoke of a tormented energy trapped inside. To this day, the house looks peaceful. But locals know, the walls are always listening. Number 2. The Conference House, Staten Island. On the southern tip of Staten Island sits the Conference House, once the grand home of Loyalist Colonel Christopher Billop. History records it as the site of a Revolutionary War peace meeting, but its darker story is whispered in shadows. Legend says Billop murdered a servant girl, throwing her down the staircase for suspected betrayal. Her cries still echo through the halls, joined by the mournful spirit of Billop's fiancée, who died of heartbreak. To make matters more chilling, the house stands over ancient Lenape burial grounds. When night falls, visitors claim to see figures drifting across the property, forever bound to its tragic past. Number 3. The Campbell Apartment, Grand Central Terminal. Hidden inside Grand Central Terminal is the lavish Campbell Apartment, once the private office of financier John W. Campbell. Behind its opulent doors, deals were made, fortunes exchanged, and, some say, spirits trapped. After Campbell's death, the space was converted into a holding cell, where criminals and desperate souls left behind an energy that never faded. Bartenders and staff today whisper of sudden cold gusts, invisible hands pushing them, and couples in 1920s attire seen dancing before vanishing into thin air. Beneath the hustle of the busiest station in New York, the Campbell Apartment is a ghostly ballroom that refuses to close. Number 4. House of Death, 14, West 10th Street, Greenwich Village. On West 10th Street lies a brownstone so infamous it's called the House of Death. Behind its elegant facade lurks tragedy upon tragedy. Over the years, more than 20 spirits are said to have taken residence, including that of famed author Mark Twain, who lived here in 1900. But the most chilling tale came in 1987, when a young girl was beaten to death by her stepfather inside the house. Neighbors report phantom footsteps, cold spots, and sightings of Twain himself pacing with his signature white suit and cigar. Beautiful by day, cursed by night, the House of Death remains Greenwich Village's most haunted address. Number 5. Central Park West, Upper West Side. Fans of Ghostbusters know this Art Deco tower is Spook Central, but the real story of 55, Central Park West is just as unsettling. Residents whisper of shadows moving through hallways, cold spots in apartments, and the feeling of being watched. Some say the building's unique stone absorbs psychic energy, amplifying emotions and unrest. After its Hollywood fame, curious thrill-seekers flocked here, only to report strange dreams and sudden chills. While skeptics dismiss it as fiction, those who live within its walls know, the ghosts don't wait for movie cameras. Number 6. The Octagon, Roosevelt Island. On Roosevelt Island stands the Octagon, a striking structure with a tortured past. Once the grand entrance to the New York City Lunatic Asylum, it was home to cruelty, neglect, and despair. Patients were shackled, forgotten, and silenced. When the asylum closed, the building fell to ruin, its stones soaked with suffering. Though today it's been transformed into luxury apartments, tenants still report dark figures wandering the halls, voices calling their names, and doors opening on their own. The Octagon is proof that some histories can't be renovated away. Number 7. The Ansonia, 2109 Broadway, Upper West Side. The Ansonia was once New York's most glamorous residential hotel, home to baseball stars, opera singers, and gangsters. But its gilded halls hid shadows, from secret tunnels used during Prohibition to tales of mob dealings and unsolved crimes. Guests reported strange noises, elevators moving by themselves, and phantom figures drifting across the grand lobby. Today, the Ansonia stands as a luxury landmark, but those who know its history say its walls remember every scandal, every secret, every spirit that refuses to check out. Number 8. 33, Thomas Street, AT&T Lawn Lines Building, Tribeca. In Tribeca rises one of the strangest towers in New York, 33, Thomas Street. A massive, windowless skyscraper of raw concrete, built to withstand nuclear war. Officially, it was a telephone switching center. Unofficially? Whispers tie it to a top-secret NSA surveillance program codenamed Titan Point. Neighbors speak of strange vibrations, the hum of unseen machines, and heavy security that never sleeps. With no windows, no life visible, and secrets buried deep inside, this tower remains one of the city's most unsettling mysteries. Number 9. 455, Central Park West, the Cancer Hospital. At the edge of Central Park looms 455, Central Park West, today, a luxury condo. But its past is far darker. Built in 1887 as the New York Cancer Hospital, it was a place of experimental treatments, suffering, and whispered last breaths. Its round towers, designed for ventilation, became known as death chambers. Later, as a nursing home, tales of neglect and abuse only added to the gloom. Even after its glamorous conversion, residents confess, footsteps echo where no one walks, and shadows flicker in the corners of their vision. Beauty built on tragedy always casts a shadow. Number 10. The Dakota, 1, West 72nd Street, Manhattan. No list of New York's haunted buildings is complete without the Dakota. A jewel of Gothic architecture, it became infamous in 1980, when John Lennon was gunned down outside its gates. But its spectral reputation began long before. Residents and staff have reported ghostly children playing in the halls, phantom figures in the lobby, and even John Lennon's spirit seen at his piano. The Dakota's beauty is undeniable, but to those who live there, it is also a place of endless mourning and restless souls. New York's skyline is dazzling, but its buildings hide more than glass and stone. They carry the weight of tragedy, mystery, and restless spirits. These are only 10 stories, yet there are countless more waiting in the shadows. Which building do you believe holds the darkest past? Tell us in the comments. And if you dare to unlock more of history's secrets, subscribe now to the Vault of Past Secrets and Mysteries.